Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Afro Sniper X back in the Heezy for Sheezy with another one, guys. We have something lethal, awesome, and just pure amazing, guys. Let's get right into it. This is the Aea Defender Pistol. Now, I bet you're looking at this thing. You're like, what is going on here? What is that? Is it a taser? Is it a mace gun? What's going on, Afro? We're here for air guns, right? And pure power and just amazing guns, right? Guys, I said amazing from the start, and I mean it. Guys, we have a 4500 shotgun shell right here. It looks like a shotgun shell at least, right? But it actually is a tank, a PCP tank. There's 4500 pressure in this little small thing right here, and that's not even the max fill. The max fill is 5,000. Boom. What? And I bet you're asking yourself, okay, that is cool. That is really awesome. But what does it shoot, Afro? Tell us. Get to the point. Guys, you screw this bad boy right here, which is the barrel, and you are going to put on this barrel a arrow, guys, a freaking arrow. And it is the same diameter as a 45 ACP. I don't have the exact numbers for you as far as the diameter, but I will say I sized it up against a couple of different bullets, and it comes up to the closest size is a 45 ACP. And look at this bad boy, man. It is amazing. Now, the downside to this arrow is that the heads aren't interchangeable, which kind of sucks because there is a 55 grain broadhead out there that I just think would be amazing on this gun. But these are very, very sharp pointed tips. So, and they're made out of metal, and the arrows are made out of metal too. So they're built strong. So I don't think we'll have too much problems with these bad boys by themselves. Now, this gun is a defense pistol, hence the name, the Aea Defender. So, man, we're going to test this accuracy today and see how much fun this gun really is. But let me show you how you would load this thing up. So you put this on here, just like that. You would get this gun, and you're going to pull back the sight, right? The sight moves, just like that. And you're going to insert that into there, just like that. And it does take 2 shots. So you can put 2 of these bad boys in there at once. And it's a double action trigger. So you're going to pull the trigger once, it activates the first arrow, pull the trigger again, and it activates the second arrow. Now, it pops a burst disc, and it comes with replaceable burst disc because you're going to need a bunch of these. And another cool thing about this gun is the fact that you could get about 300 of these things for like $10, guys. So you could just shoot all day, and it comes with about, I think, looks about like maybe like 200-300 when you first get the gun. So they're cool, right out the box, ready to go. Now, you change the burst disc right here. I would show you right now, but this gun is under pressure, so you could see if I open that up, it would be extremely dangerous, right, for me and my cameraman to be in this small room. Probably go off like a firework, or I don't know. It'd just be dangerous. Don't do it. But when the gun is not under pressure, you just unrelease that, put a new burst disc in there, and that's it. After you fire it, your burst disc is going to be looking like that, right? Popped from the firing pin. Now, the firing pins are located right in the back right here. Like I said, one pierces the first one, second one pierces the second one, right? Awesome. Easy peasy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. I couldn't resist myself. See that commercial like 1,000 times a day, right? I know they're making some money. But you put it on there just like that, and you put the second one in there just like that, and you just close it up just like that. You're going to hear a double click. When you hear that double click, you know everything's perfectly set, ready to go. Now, the arrows don't come out when you're shaking, so you could rock it on your belt. Now, I will say they don't make a holster for this. I'm pretty sure you could find a holster to fit this. The design of this gun is pretty standard. I mean, as far as shape. So I don't think you'll have too much trouble finding a what do you call it, a holster for this. My mind just went blank for a quick second. They make a couple of tactical holsters with Velcro that could size different guns, so that's probably the best route to take when it comes with this gun in a holster. It does come with a dovetail rail on top of this gun, which is very cool. I modded it a little bit. As you guys know, I do my guns. I love modding my guns and making them more tactical. So I actually welded a a Picatinny rail on this gun, so it goes to Picatinny and dovetail, and mounted this beautiful Crossman red dot that is made out of Palmer, which is very lightweight. That way it will match the gun, because the other red dots I do have are made out of metal and is literally really heavy, and with it being on the brake part of this gun, when I break it, I don't want this front piece slamming down just because of the weight of my red dot. So very tactical, very sleek, very lightweight, extremely light. It almost feels like holding a toy gun. And that is just part of that's one of the best features about it. You know what I mean? When you rock it on your belt, you're not going to have to rock a tactical belt for this pistol, being worried that it's going to drag your pants down, or, you know what I mean, make it hang on one side or whatever. The lightness of this gun, you won't have that issue at all. What I would suggest, instead of going the holster route, is I would just mount a clip on there. For real. I would mount a clip right there. That way you could just clip it right onto your belt or your waist of your pants and just boom, quick draw just like that. That would is what I'm probably going to do in the future, and we'll make a video how to do that most likely. So enough talking. Pretty sure I talked your ear off, and you guys are at the point where you just want to see this bad boy in action. So let's head to the range. Let's go send it, nail it, put some arrows down range. Oh yeah, this is the Aea Defender, and I'm your boy Afro Sniper Rex. Let's get to it. Guys, we're out here at the range, about to take the first shot. I want to tell you something too before we take the first shot. It also has a safety right here. For firing, you're going to click up. For safety, you're going to click down. All right, let's get into it. Take that safety off. All right, now we have the red dot on here. Like I said, I mounted it, welded it. We're going to find out right now if this weld holds, because like I said, this gun does have some power. So, turn this red dot on. There we go, let's see it. Right, let's go check that out. Didn't go through. That's good, because I have a bunch of clothes and stuff in here. But let's open this bad boy up and see how deep it actually went. That's how strong I am. I'm breaking tape with my finger. I'm stroking painter's tape. All right, let's see. So as you can see, it definitely got lost. The entry is right here. You can see that hole. So let's find it. Oh, I feel the arrow. Look at that bad boy. Like I said, they're built tough. As you can see, there's no damage, not even to the fins. Point is still there. Let's take that second shot. All right. Once again, didn't go all the way through. That's good. So I don't want to damage my arrows, because you only get 2 when you first get this gun. So, oh, here it is. Bam. As you can see, second one didn't get damaged at all. Perfectly fine. Built tough. Point is still there. Ooh yeah. So, one of the things about this gun is after the 2 shots, you're going to have to refill it again. So that gives us a chance to actually show you the refill process. So we're going to go back into the gun room and fill this bad boy up and show you how you would fill this bad boy. Oh yeah. All right guys, so let's get into it. So we have our fill probe right here. Put this right there. All right, we're going to open that up. Get the shell. Get our burst discs. Now you're going to open this bad boy up just like that. As you can see, there's a burst disc right there. You can see straight through it. Sometimes they're a little tricky to get out. So what I like to do is get like a tip of a knife. And be careful. And it pops out just like that. You can get another burst disc. Like I said, you get a bunch of these when you first get the gun. Fresh one doesn't have no hole in it, as you can see.
You're gonna place that bad boy right in there just like that. It's gonna sit in there, house just like that. Put that bad boy right back on. You're gonna undo this. You're gonna take your fill probe, and it has an O-ring on there. So always make sure that O-ring isn't damaged and it's in good condition. You're gonna take it, you're gonna screw it on there tight till you can't see that O-ring. It looks like almost like one piece. And what I like to do is I like to get my my anti-friction rubber pad, whatever you want to call it, a grip pad, and just hit it with a little extra tight, just because I know I'm hitting this thing up with 4,500 PSI level. So, and then after that, you're gonna get this and just hook it straight to like that. Now I am filling it directly from a compressor, not an air tank. I do have an air tank right here, and it probably would be more ideal or faster, but I have to get this thing hydro checked, and I haven't yet. Been kind of lazy on that, so that's okay. So we'll do that next time for part 2, because there would be a part 2 where we just get straight down and gritty with this bad boy. Right now we're going to focus on accuracy and seeing how it's shooting for a brand new gun straight out the box. So everything's hooked up. We're going to be filling it to 4,500. Just in case you guys are curious, before we start the compressor and it gets loud in this mother sucker, this is the box it comes in. I did cut the foam a little short so I could fit it into a case. Underneath the pad, you're going to find your manual, just in case you were curious of why this gun didn't come with a manual. I thought the same thing until I pulled the pad and seen it sitting right there. So it's just a little hidden gem in the box. And that's about it. So boom. Now let's get into filling this bad boy. All right, fill this bad boy up. So we have it already connected over there, as you guys can see right here. And then we're going to walk over here, and we got the gauge already regulated and ready to shut off. So when we reach the max fill for this bad boy. So let's plug this sucker in, and it's not plugged in, so let's go down here. Plug this bad boy in. All right, compressor plugged in. Everything's good. Let's let it roar. As you can see, she is filling. I love this compressor. Big shout out to Crossman/Benjamin for sending this to me. Big help. This thing has saved the day. And as you can see, that little thing is holding up. When I first got this, I was like, there's no way 4,500 fits in here. I was like, this thing was just gonna blow up. But max fill's 5,000. As you can see, we're past 2,000 right now. We're hitting about 3,000. And the cool thing about this, if you overfill it, it'll just burst a burst disc or a O-ring, which are both easily replaceable. So, heck yeah. And then my compressor has a burst disc set up too, just in case there's any back pressure that shuts off before any damage can occur. And we're almost there, as you can see. Reaching max fill. Well, you know what I mean, not max fill, but we're reaching 4,500. And it's going to be shutting off in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Let's bleed that excess air. Shut off the fan. Leave that open for a second. Bam. And we're ready to go. So let's load the next one. So let's take this bad boy off and put that barrel back on there. Can you believe this little thing right here holds that much air? It is insane. Redonkulous. All right, and there you go. You have one ready to go. Let's find that gun. Where did I put it at? Oh, right in front of my face. I'm just blind. But I see, said the blind man. All right. Same thing. I'll put this bad boy on there. Get it real tight. Give it just a little. Bam. Because like I said, very high pressure in this bad boy. And let's replace that burst disc. Oh, that one came out like butter, baby. That's how I like it. Why could another one be like that? Frustrating. My life, my life, my life. All right. Got that bad boy on there pretty tight. Let's hook this bad boy back up and run that process back again. Let's tighten this up real good. Turn that fan on. That was my fault. Forgot to shut the compressor part off because the automatic shut off. All right, now let's run it. We got the silhouette target right here. So this is going to be pretty awesome. Let's do it. We're standing about a little short of 10 yards. I got to redo the yards on my fence with chalk because we had a bad rainstorm and it washed some of them off. So, all right. Set in 1, 3, 2, 1. Oh, safety's on. Safety off now. Hey, at least I'm safe, right? All right. Set in 3, 2, 1. All right. Second shot. Set it in 3, 2, 1. I like that. Nice. The trigger is a little hard. I'm assuming that it'll probably loosen up with more usage, but it is a little stiff, so I'm getting a little resistance, a little shake to the left because that trigger's hard. But let's check it out. So we have no pass-through, like I said, which is expected because this thing is full of jeans, clothes, and all kinds of stuff like that. Let's pull this bad boy down, and let's find our arrows. One right here, as you can see, once again, fully intact, no damage, not even to the fins. Let's find our second one. Boom, right here. No damage to the fins or the tip. Good stuff. All right, gotta love this gun. This gun is just amazing. It is beast, very accurate, and extremely lethal. So I think next video, part 2, we'll probably get into shooting some meat. Yeah. See what that does to maybe a rack of ribs. Tasty stuff right there, guys. Make it a little saucy. Make it a little saucy. All right. So we're gonna go fill this gun up again, and I don't know, find something else to shoot. Look at my refrigerator. Piss my wife off. Hey.
What's on the menu?
I don't know. We're looking, man.
What are we eating?
We're in the deep freezer. We're looking for some stuff.
Yummy.
We got some stuff here. I don't know if I want to waste a steak though. That's good stuff. So we're gonna see what it does to this can of organic white corn. Yeah. Let's take the shot for these ants on this floor eat me up. All right, safety off. Woo! At 5,000 psi, that thing is extremely loud. My ears are ringing a little bit. That's okay. Didn't damage the arrow at all. That's good. Didn't damage the point. As you can see, it went straight through and straight out, and then got caught in the box of clothes. Wow. Wow. That is insane. So let's take the second shot. My gun's getting a little crazy. All right. Let's send it. Woo-wee. 5,000 PSI, guys. Went straight through. Straight out. I don't know how I was able to get my compressor to fill 5,000 on this bad boy. I'm thinking the only reason the Benjamin Recharge was able to push that high was because of the size of the tank I was filling. Let's take this bad boy out. Tip looks perfectly fine. There's no bend to it. Nope, it doesn't catch my finger, so it doesn't hook or anything. It didn't hook the tip. That's good. That's something that you see with knives, like a lot of cheap knives. When you hit something harder than the steel, it'll like micro fish hook that tip. So it's good we don't see it on here. That means that the thing is still holding its point. The fins aren't really damaged. They're a little warped right there, just because we just shot it through a can of corn, so that that metal probably just took it out of a little bit of a shape. Other than that, they're still holding strong. They're not lifted at all on any of the arrows, so that's really good. The adhesive or the glue, whatever they use, is holding up very well. I dig it. I like it. And heck yeah, guys. One thing I am curious about this is what material, what kind of metal this is made out of. Will these rust? Are they stainless steel? It doesn't really clarify it in the manual that it comes with. So I guess that's one thing keep a lookout for. What I would do is just hit it with some light oil afterwards if you shoot anything like that. That'd be my suggestion. Maybe like some WD-40 or some white silicone oil. Alright, but it definitely did that. The canned corn is bleeding out. As you can see, it's releasing all of its internal juices. And I think the ants down there are really liking it. But it's a beast. It's a beast. Man, this is awesome, guys. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know usually our videos are a lot longer, but I'm limited on the targets today. I was expecting this to actually come in so soon. I thought it was going to come in like in 2 weeks, but Terry over there at Fox Air Power, he is the man. That's where you can find this gun. It's listed for about $350 if I'm not mistaken, maybe $400, but I think it's about $350. They have a bunch of air guns in stock right now. FoxAirPower.com. Terry's the owner over there, aka Central Valley Air Guns, which is also right here. And you can find them on YouTube and Facebook. They are amazing. Aea is amazing. Thank you, Aea, for sending this to Terry to send to me. Thank you, Fox Air Power. Thank you, Terry, man. You guys are just amazing over there. I definitely support what you guys are doing, and definitely love videos like this. Heck yeah. So this is one that they sent to me. They're letting me keep it, so it's going into the arsenal of Afro Sniper X. Heck yeah. Really love this bad boy. Gonna let my wife use this too for when she goes to like grocery store by herself or something like that. Really good for self-defense. As you guys can see, this bad boy will put a whooping on whatever it's aimed at. So be smart, think first, and always use safety. Remember, these are air guns, not firearms, but they do put out the power of some firearms. So don't underestimate these air guns. These are extremely dangerous, lethal, and if you're young, parental supervision when using these. If you're about my age and you've been into the sport, man, then you already know what I'm talking about. These things are a blast and just fun. And when it comes to hunting or whatever, you know you're gonna have a smile on that face. It's your boy Afro Sniper X. Like I always say, stay popping that air, stay shooting that lead or those arrows, and stay dangerous. Oh yes, and like I always say, you only live life once, so live it to the fullest and don't have that shit. Man, pretty freaking cool. Now it's time to get into the after action report, guys, and share my thoughts of what I thought about this gun and how it performed, and just the straight out the box impression. Guys, at 4,500, this gun is a savage. At 5,000, it is
a devil. But you could actually shoot this gun as low as like 2,500 PSI. So if you just didn't want to put it up that high, or you just don't have a compressor and only have a hand pump and don't feel like pumping up to 4,500, you could pump this thing up to 25 and it will still fire. And if you're shooting at short range, like 20 yards, from anywhere from 20 yards down, this thing at 2,500 is that's perfect for real, for some backyard shooting or planking or whatever you have designed for this bad boy, right? But guys, man, I really like this. I really do. I think now I have a secondary favorite next to my HPSS. I think this is right next to it. I really love these two guns. And I'm thinking of something, guys. I'm thinking of something. Next video, I think I might do the Picatinny and maybe attach this to the bottom of my HPSS and do just a mag dump of both and see what happens, right? How does that sound, guys? Let me know what you think in the comments, right? Man, but the shape is nice. The feel of the gun is really good. You get a slight kick, and it's about like that. That's about the much kick you get. You get a little uprising right there, and you get a little push back. It's nothing compared to like a 22 or even a break barrel, but it is noticeable when you shoot it. I don't know if that's because the trigger is so hard, so when you push it and it finally lets go, it gives you a little bit of a little bit of slack. But either way, it feels good when shooting. It feels good in your hand. The grip is nice. If you had big hands, it fits perfectly. If you wanted a little beefier, you could always put a covert grip that you can find on you can find those on Amazon and put that bad boy on here to make it a little bit wider. But I mean, it just feels really, really good. I really love the red dot that I put on here. I would suggest this. You do have to modify it a little bit to get this, but if you have a little money to blow, there's a bunch of red dots that will fit dovetail that are made out of this material, ABS polymer. So shouldn't be too hard. I just didn't want to spend the money. I wanted to use what I had, you know what I mean? Poor man's trash, another man's treasure. Not calling it trash, but definitely reused it. Took it off that A4P by Crossman. Crossman, I love you guys. You guys make some amazing products, and honestly, this fits perfectly on this gun. It works. It keeps it really still light, and it doesn't move at all. It was able to take all the pressure, so the weld job held up. I was very impressed about that. The one thing I would change is I would put some kind of color on the front sights for those people that do love the iron sights, those purists out there, because it's just, you get a shiny silver rear sight right there, and then you get just a blank black polymer front sight. So I mean, in situations where you don't have a lot of light, this could be a little difficult to shoot and line up if you're not on point. But other than that, it's a bad mama jamma. It really is. I mean, it works fine. The technology that it's running off is it's simple. I think that's the best word to describe it as. It's very simple. It looks like it's technical, but it is very, very simple, as you could see from watching the beginning of this video. And that's that first click that I was talking about. So if you hear just one click, you know that it's not closed all the way. You're going to want to hear that second click. So once you hear that second click, you're ready to go. If you try to shoot it on just one click, it won't shoot because that firing pin won't be able to engage that burst disc. So you need to make sure when closing it back up that you hear two clicks. Other than that, guys, I think I've went over everything. If this loosens up a little bit, it's pretty easy to tighten up. You have a bolt right here. You have an Allen slot right here. Put that Allen key in there and tighten it back up just in case it gets a little loose from just the pressure and it shooting those arrows over time. I could definitely see that could possibly happen, right? But just keep an eye on that in those dull times of when your gun's filling up. That's what I like to do when I'm filling my gun up or something like that, because I'll have it to the compressor and I'm able to walk away because of automatic shut off. I'll go over my gun and usually fiddle with the screws and tighten things up that seem like they've gotten loose over time and all that. One cool thing, and another thing that I do wish they added, that they did add to the shorter version. If you didn't know, I'll put a link in the description for the short version. They have a shorter version. Now there's a plus and a down, up and a down to that. The short version, when you shoot slugs, it's fine because they do make other barrels where you could actually shoot lead out of this bad boy. If you want to do a 357, they have a 357 barrel for this. What? Yes. We'll get into that into part 2. But if you go for the shorter version, the arrows do intrude out the front. That's why I like the longer version. But the one thing I do wish that they had on the long version that they don't have
and they do have on the short version, is this little compartment right here. Check this out. Let me get this screwdriver. Open this bad boy up real fast. These screws are very tiny, so be careful. Make sure you put them in a spot where you're not going to lose them. Putting them on my pad right here. As you can see, it's bright colors, so pretty easy spot. This is where a laser would go. The short one has a laser in here, and you actually could see it's made for the laser because it has the laser beam hole right there, and it has a spot right here where the trigger would go. Now, I only found that out because a friend of mine, Highlander Air Guns, I think his channel is just called Highlander. Go check him out and subscribe to his page. He's an amazing dude and just got some cool stuff. He's crazy with the Texan and the 45 caliber air guns, right? Good channel. But I wish they put the laser on this one too. They have the whole component for it in the place where you put it, but they didn't put it in there. I would have paid a little extra for that. But whatever, that's cool. I put a red dot on that bad boy, so you know what? But other than that, this gun is just 2 thumbs up. It has my approval. Afro Sniper X gives this gun a 10 out of 10. I really do. Even with the small things I do complain about, it's not enough for me to take it down to a 9. This gun performs amazingly. It is a beast. It is very powerful. It is accurate, and man, it is just a beast. Now, if we're talking about foot-pounds of energy, I know you guys didn't get into that for you guys in the beginning of the episode. So I'm going to talk about that right now. At 4,500, you're getting about 23 foot-pounds, right? Which for an arrow, for the type of ammunition it's shooting, that is on point. That's pretty freaking good. At 5,000 psi, I honestly don't have the correct numbers for that. I'm going to run the numbers in my my calculator, my airgun calculator, and I'll put that in the comments and the description to let you know. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be a slight boost in numbers as far as that. But you're looking at average about 23 foot-pounds, and that's at 45, filling up to 4,500. Now we surpassed 4,500 and went to the 5,000. Somehow the Benjamin Recharge was able to put it out. Big shout out to Crossman again. But that's about it, guys. This is Sparta. Gorgeous bird. It is your boy, Afro Sniper X.